Hello everybody, this is the Divide Walker, and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Now, instead of doing any actual scenario today, I figured that I would just design some actual mid-war 1925 Dreadnoughts. Because whenever you see people making videos for this game, it's always all late war or extremely early war. You never really see 1925 crop up as a year, which is a shame because, in my opinion, those are some of the most interesting hulls. So I'm going to go ahead and just load up the ship designer. Okay, so we have the Dreadnought 4, 3, and America's little weirdness right here. I'm going to go with the Dreadnought 3. So let's see what we get. Oil, double-geared steam turbines. Let's just set some of these ship systems up early so that they're out of the way. Okay. Let's see what our options for towers are. I think we'll go with Tall Advance 2, maybe? Let's see what our secondary towers are first off. Alright, and our funnel placements. Okay, so I think I have my plan now. So let's see. Oh! Yeah, buddy, there we go. Everybody loves a good old cage mast. And in that case, we'll go with not that one, but the next biggest one. Bring it as far back as possible, which is quite deliciously far, if I might add. Now, unfortunately, 15-inch guns are only a Mark II, so we'll be going with the Mark IIIs. We'll go with triples, because I want to have some fun with this. Could it even fit up there? Possibly. But we gotta have our layout. Actually, let's go with ABY triples. And of course, you gotta fill in the casement slots. It's a legal requirement. Alright, that looks like it's about it for the guns. Let's go ahead and tack on all of our little extras. Oh, and it's only cordite, because of course it is. That's the one downside to playing in this era, is that it's always just cordite. If the developers end up watching this video, somehow, please give us a couple of extra options. Because having it be exclusively cordite it's a little bit frustrating. Oh jeez, that already brings me close to the weight limit. What can I sacrifice? Don't need that great a range. Fun fact, the ocean from New York City to Southampton, UK is only about 5,500 kilometers, so this can get you across the ocean and definitely into a friendly port with no problem. Alright. Gonna have to do this for balance, and we're already overweight. Which is just lovely. Overweight and off balance. This could be fixed with another gun, but we don't even have the tonnage for that right now. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's the one thing to watch out for, is that casemates get a lot of armor. And I do mean a lot of armor. Look at that. Jeez, that just shaved off a whole ton. Well, we're just about there. Getting closer. We'll just go with a veteran crew, because this is more just trying to design a ship that looks pretty. But the functionality... Oh jeez, I don't even have full engine efficiency. That's the fun part of trying to build these ships. I suppose I could just go semi-auto. That works. Now, if I switch it to duels... Ooh, this could work. Would mean I gotta get rid of that secondary, but I don't see anybody crying about that. And that means I can bring that a little bit further forward. Although I'm not sure if that's starting to get close to out from under the belt, per se. Just gotta inch everything a smidge further forward. Weight offset's starting to get a little bit more worrying, but hopefully, if I can pull this off, we'll be close to perfectly balanced. Oh, I didn't want to grab the barbette. I want to grab the turret, which still isn't fitting. Alright. Let's see. Just a hair, just a hair. This is putting a lot of weight a lot further forward now. But trying to balance a ship is always important, because if you don't, then you start to get some odd roll. And we're right back where we started with the weight offsets. Shame I don't really have a chat to interact with, but that's not exactly a huge problem right now. Well, at least that's most definitely keeping it within the belt. Let's see about a 4 torpedo launcher. Well, that certainly fixes a lot of problems. Add some armor back to the casements. Now we're getting there. The thing about casement guns is you do sort of want them armored because they are just holes in the hull otherwise. That has a better firing arc. 2.3 isn't terrible. Flash fire chance is too heavy at that point. That only makes it worse. Really sort of struggling to find places where I could try and save on, or at least adjust some of the weight. I suppose stripping armor off the aft, maybe? No, that doesn't really cause any significant changes. But let's just add that extra little bit of armor, give it a name. Aft weight offset is fine. Call it the Columbia. 40,000 tons, 26 knots, 10,000 kilometer range, bulkheads. Cramped isn't all that good, but they'll just have to deal with it. We don't have any auxiliaries. But, in the end, it does look very pretty. And that's really all that matters now, isn't it? Let's just hope the enemy didn't decide to absolutely clown on everything. Oh, who am I kidding? It's the Italians. They're going to be clowns regardless. At least it doesn't take long when you're doing a straight battleship duel. Oh, no, the Italian ship looks like it might be somewhat sensible. I said looks like. I didn't say it would be. ABXY triples, a whole mess of secondary guns, and now I'm wondering what sort of armor and fire control systems they have. Or speed. Because it looks like they took none of them. And we're already on fire. Because of course we are. Definitely a magnificent looking ship, though. Oh dear. Please stop burning my ship. For the love of God. How many fires are they going to start? Or I suppose more importantly, is there any chance that they could stop burning? Yes, thank you for blowing a hole in my funnel. Battleship Aurora had some broadside torpedo launchers, 15-inch guns, so thankfully much less accurate with them. Only 20 knots, fairly well armored. Cordite and picric acid. Oh, good God. What was that a hit from? Please stop. Well, at least they're about to get smacked by a torpedo. Ow. Do they have a torpedo belt? They have a torpedo belt. And bulkheads. Then again, I did go with the older hull, so... this ship's going to get chewed up like a piece of paper. Oh! That's why you don't combine picric acid with cordite. That right there is why you do not combine picric acid with cordite. So, you know, even despite a couple of flaws, to say the least, this ship definitely held up, which is nice. And with that, I'm going to switch right into designing a Dreadnought 4, because why not? If that's what the enemy is going to bring, I'm going to bring one in return. So, start off with all the usuals: anti-flood, reinforced bulkheads. The range seems to be a lot shorter now, but what can you do? Alright, towers. There is one thing I want to check with these towers. 14-inch guns. Ooh, yes, yes, yes. This gives me some happiness right here. Alright, let's see what sort of craziness we can get up to with maxed out displacement. Maybe? Uh, 5,800? Or 58,000, I mean. No, that's still the long one. There we go, 55,000 tons, so just a little bit extra. Only gives us 5 smoke interference, that's good. Do I want to do a cheeky cage mast? Well, I mean, it would really keep our people out of the way of the smoke generation, but... does this fit? Absolutely not. Okay. Screw it. We'll go all the way to max displacement. All the way! Oh, now I know what I'm gonna do. Stick one on fore and aft. One in the center. Yes. If anyone hasn't figured it out by now, this is going to be somewhat based on the USS Texas. Can I get the gun to fit on this tower? Nope. Really wish these two towers were bigger so that you could fit bigger guns on them. But, oh well. Alright, let's pry off the 4 guns real quick and try to figure out what to do for the tower. This could work. This could work quite well. On 4 spoilers. Yes, now if you really want to have a 5-turret Dreadnought, this is exactly how you do it. Alright. Firing, shells, rangefinder, radio, acoustics. Plenty of space for this thing. Plenty of space. We'll go veteran crew again. Increase the bulkheads. Oh, I did not notice the range went up. We can even fit heavy barbettes. Yes, there we go. Amazing torpedo protection. And let's slap on my late standard armor. And go from there. We'll probably end up nixing a lot of the torpedo protection, though. Okay, let's bring it down to an anti-torp 3 and a double bottom hull. And bring it back down to... Can I go back up to 4? Can I go back up to triple? Triple it is. And lob some extra armor onto the superstructure. 2.5 inches on the superstructure, good god. 4-weight offset of 0.30%. Oh! Just a moment, I almost forgot. Casemate's up there. Okay, now we need to take a little bit more off. 10-inch. 1 is still fine. Cut the armor back to 2. Where can I take a little bit more off? Not a significant enough change. Okay. $16 on the conning tower. There we go. Oh, the hidden decimals. How I hate them. For any who didn't know, there's a little hidden decimal value when it comes to putting armor on your ships. That means you can have 62,000.6 tons and your ship is overweight. Unfortunate, but that's just how the game plays, unfortunately. I said unfortunate twice. What is wrong with me today? Well, with nothing else to do, let's take Texas out for a spin. Or at least vaguely Texas. This will quite possibly go even worse for the enemy. But never underestimate the power of a pretty-looking dreadnought. Especially if your enemy is psychotic, like the Italians are. What even is that rear tower? Now this is a lovely little low-slung battleship. Absolutely beautiful. What a show! And because we're simply going to stay at a distance and ping them with a broadside. Yep. Already causing some really nasty hits. All without having taken one of our own. And there's the inevitable fire. Oh dear. One very solid recommendation, never use quad guns this early. Because you get a massive accuracy penalty for it. At least they're 14-inch guns, so they're Mark III, but the point still remains. This is not the era to be using a quad gun in. Do we have a positive ID yet? Nope, and we won't for another little minute. Let's adjust the course to stay on our broadside. There we go. The San Michel, which can barely move, doesn't really have bulkheads, is almost entirely unarmored. What the hell? Oh my god, that... No. No. This is worse armor than I've seen on some battle cruisers, and the AI never designs battle cruisers with armor in this game. Oh my god. What did they do to you, you poor, poor thing? Alright. Go fully aggressive with this thing, because we need to put that ship out of its misery. Oh. Armor your ships, ladies and gentlemen. Armor your ships. Because otherwise, bad things will happen. Well, I suppose that's going to be it today for Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. I hope you realize the importance of armor, the importance of beauty, and the importance of making sure you design a sensible ship in this era. Alright, goodbye.